All right, you are listening to the Stimulus Package.
And
it is our
live.
first Tuesday where it's our only Tuesday.
And I'm thrilled about it.
Let me explain what I mean. Is we've
special.
always had Mondays and Tuesdays. So what we decided to do is just move all of the people from Mondays over to Tuesdays. And so that's what today is. It's our first Tuesday where we didn't have a Monday.
So now we are just Stimulus Package.
And I apologize to all of our
the way
listeners.
it was always supposed to be.
Right, Stimulus Package, After Dark is gone. Anyway, but here's the thing. I apologize to our listeners. We were gone for 2 weeks. We were off the air for 2 weeks. And if you tuned in and thought you were watching a new episode, it's because you're crazy.
No, you're not crazy.
Anyway, Rebekah and I have a few things we'd like to promote, and then we are going to introduce our guest and get right down to some talk.
Yes, we are.
So first of all, and it's what's the date on this? May.
What are you talking
April 11th. It's a Thursday.
Oh, yes, April 11th.
April 11th. It's a Thursday. It's going to be at here.
And the place is called... No.
It's at 11?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Oh, look it up.
Jesus,
honey.
cribs.
We'll
I think it's
talk
11.
about that at the end. We'll talk about it at the end. Never mind.
We're so disorganized. Other people don't have these problems on their podcast.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, they do, promise?
Yeah,
Okay, that
not
makes me feel better.
Emery, because he has everything written
They
down.
are like a
Lots of problems.
He does?
well-oiled machine. Oh, thank God. I'm so glad we're not the only ones. I love hearing about other people fucking up on their shows.
Oh, good.
Can we just talk about that for the next... Man, I'm on other people's podcasts, and they have, like, organized booklets and pamphlets.
I know, and they do their own, like,
binders and
commercials on here,
I'm
and
like,
they sell
man,
time.
I made me feel like such an asshole when I do other people's podcasts. I'm like, maybe we should write something down.
Well, we don't even
or-
have time to do this podcast. How would we have the time to write all this shit for this podcast?
It's totally unnecessary.
This is Dick, everybody. You can't see him.
You guys are
Dick,
funny.
come over here so they can see you.
They
You-
don't need to see me, but you guys are funny, and you have chemistry, and you have great guests.
We do have great guests.
Oh, thank you,
If you
buddy.
want to be
Thank you.
prepared, write down on a piece of paper your dates and shit that you want to plug beforehand, and that's all
That
you
I
need.
do. That I'll
All
do.
you need.
Yep, I do that.
I
but
don't.
this one we didn't because we sort of just confirmed it today, and I was gone writing with Joan Rivers all day, so I had nothing to do with this. You did.
What? Whatever. I just want to get to this so we can start talking to our beautiful guests. We're
All
being
right.
so rude.
Then
and
let
it's
me just-
11. It is 11 nightclub. 11
All right,
and
so
11.
Club 11, April 11th, we are doing a DVD release party. Rebekah and I and Nandar Entertainment produced a comedy DVD called The Gay List
Do-do-do-do.
that is hosted by Rebekah because she has...
I'm not gay, sadly, to Dante.
But
But
she is
I
a-
was a lesbian. But
But she is a gay icon. She's been in a million huge like gay comedy movies, especially the Eating Out series, which sounds like lesbian porn, but
But
it's
it's
actually
not.
for gay men. But anyway, so we produced these DVDs, and one of them is The Gay List, and that's what we're having the party for at Club 11
Woo!
on April 11th, and it starts at 7 and will go all night. And if you've never been to Club 11, it's great. And
It is.
one of the managers there, his name is Kevin. If you tell him you know Dante, he'll probably hook you up on drinks.
Or probably not. But
Probably not,
Probably
but
not.
whatever.
Don't even. But that's a nice thing to say, though.
He's my friend.
He's not going to. Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm sure that
so
would work
all
really
the
well.
stars of this will be there, and we'll be giving out DVDs that night, and people will be signing posters and autographs, and also they have a second event with us, right? Who's on that?
Babe, what? I had it on my
Jesus
phone. It's not here
Christ.
anymore. If you're going to talk all about this event, I'll like pull it up.
You know what,
and keep
everybody?
it on.
Go to comicdante.com. It's our website, and hopefully all this
Jeez,
information will
I
be
don't
up
know
there
what
by
I
tomorrow.
am, like a media outlet of. I don't know what you think this is, babe. Stop treating me like I'm.
Introduce our guest.
Okay, I'm really happy to introduce our gorgeous guest. We've wanted to have her on this show for a long time. You know her from lots of horror movies. She is a fellow Scream Queen, but she is so much more than that. Ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful, talented Elina Madison. Yay!
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank
and I'm going
you.
to name drop Kevin and get some free stuff.
Do it. Why not? Kevin's great.
You'll get free stuff because he likes the ladies, for sure.
Well, I think he has a girlfriend, but yes, he likes when straight women come in there for sure. All those bartenders do because they walk around with shirts
Beautiful
off.
straight women.
Oh, okay.
And in gay bars,
That's true.
most of the men that work there at the bar have to be straight because they don't want them giving all these gay guys free drinks.
I
So
had
there you
no
go.
idea. Well, I just got some trivia. I had no idea.
So
Well,
straight
there
women,
you
if you're
go.
looking for a man, go see bartenders
April
at gay
11th,
clubs.
Alina.
Okay.
We're getting drinks.
I'm putting it in my calendar.
We're using.
You should do it. Come with us.
I'm going to put it in my calendar.
We're using your hot bod and giving us free booze at the bar from the straight bartenders
I
in
feel
West
so
Hollywood.
used right now.
That's
already.
okay. Me too. Welcome
That's
to
what
my life.
That's what she uses me for at the
Hey,
gay bars.
for Yeah,
Booze?
for all kinds of stuff. They literally love Dante and will just like give him alcohol.
I
Just
never.
to,
I
like,
don't think
hang
I've
out
ever
with
paid
him.
for a drink in a gay bar ever.
Oh my God, I love
amazing.
that. That's amazing.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know. It's the greatest thing ever. So what are you going to do?
All right. Well, I'm putting it in my calendar. April 11th.
April 11th.
Tell us about what you have coming up, and we'll get into other stuff after that. But
Okay.
I wanted to promote some of your stuff right up front, and we'll do it again at the end.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. Well, one of the things that I'm going to be filming in about a week is a show for the Discovery Channel called
Ooh.
ID Unusual Suspects. And I haven't gotten all the information on it because I literally just booked it yesterday. So I'm really excited about that. 'cause
Congratulations.
Thank you. Because I wanted to be on the show. So I'm really excited about that. And then, we wrapped White Zombie about 2 months ago, which is the remake of Bela Lugosi's classic White Zombie. And
Oh.
it is being edited as we speak.
Did you love working on it?
I loved working on it, and I hadn't seen the original, but I watched it right before we started filming, and I mean, I really liked it a lot. I had no idea what to expect, and it definitely helped, and we really kept in line with filming White Zombie, along
Nice.
that storyline. So it was good, and I got to play Madeline the Bride, and
Oh, cool.
I don't know the movie at all.
I got to turn into a zombie.
Tell us a little about it, because a lot of people are probably like, "What's it about?"
Well, it's about a couple that is engaged and they really don't have any money to, have a wedding. And then there's a man who is in love with Madeline, my character. And so he offers to pay for their wedding. And it's, in this, great space. And
So
great
you're the one
house.
getting married.
Yeah, so I'm the one getting married. And then what he ends up doing is, giving us something that turns me into a zombie so I can be his zombie, but it kind of backfires in the sense that, or at least our version, it backfires in the sense that I'm so much of a zombie that it's not good.
Right.
It's not very good for him anyway. So, and it's about me becoming the zombie and then coming out of being zombie.
Crazy. Where'd you
Yeah.
guys film it?
Ooh.
We shot it here in LA, but one of the places that we shot it at was a cemetery way out, in Eagle Rock or something. And I remember I was sitting on set and, and it's getting dark and they're in the mausoleum and I'm just sitting in my car and I'm waiting for, my turn, and all of a sudden it gets really dark and then they text me, "Hey, it's your turn. Can you come inside the mausoleum?" And I realize I'm out in the middle of this cemetery all by myself and I had to get out of talk about a horror film.
Creepy.
I had to get out and walk, but I literally ran, looking behind me because I was so spooked.
Yeah, I get it. I think a grown man would be afraid.
I know.
Yeah.
I felt it was. If someone would have had a camera on that, it looked so ridiculous.
Well, it's good.
To see you running.
Got you into the role.
yeah. But yeah, it was good. It was really fun.
She always talks about on horror movies that one of her worst experiences, especially because they don't care, was when you were covered in blood like corn syrup,
Oh, for Freak Show. Yeah.
half naked all day, and you had fake skin on you, right? All day, and she just hated her life at that point because it was
Do you
literally
I'm
all
sure
day.
You've had those moments
Do you
where
have
you're
moments like
oh,
that? What was your
man.
worst?
Well, one of my worst moments was I had these blood patches over my eyes, and we were shooting in this real haunted house out in Woodland Hills that they hired for Halloween, but apparently it's supposed to be really haunted.
Real quick, what's a blood patch over your eye? I don't get
these
it.
black patches so it looks like that your eyes are blacked out,
Have
like
been
you
gouged out. Yeah,
gouged
I've worn
okay.
those before. Also,
Yeah,
I have experience
you know
with those.
exactly what I'm talking about. So they put them over your eyes so you can't see anything. And then I'm laying down on the cold, hard floor, and most of them are night shoots, so it's 3 a.m.
And you're
I'm
freezing.
freezing. Teeny shorts, halter top,
Of course.
covered in the corn syrup, with red dye, and they literally, and it was for 2.5 hours straight, freezing, and then at the end of the scene, everybody walks off because they called lunch, and they left me there.
Oh my God!
These corn patches, I couldn't see anything. I was in.
Were you afraid to take them off because you get in trouble, or?
Well, for a moment, I just didn't know. It was really quiet, and I didn't know what was going on. And I was all of a sudden
Isn't that horrible?
hello.
You know what that reminds me of? Windy City Heat. Did you ever see that, Dick? Remember when they left Perry in there tied to a chair and went to lunch? Hilarious.
At least I wasn't tied to anything, but yeah, it was pretty. I was laying in this corn syrup though.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's just the worst. You're like, what happened to my life?
I know.
I can't see. I'm lying in corn syrup.
And you get in the shower, and it's normal that you're washing off all
Yeah,
this, fake blood.
totally.
You're like, oh, it's just another day. At
I know,
work.
totally. I always think of Psycho whenever I do that when I filmed a horror movie and the blood washes out because that scene in Psycho when you see
Yes.
he's washing his hands or whatever and the showers cleaning up.
Well, I have a funny story. When I was shooting this film called The Black Tape, and we were shooting, way out in Skid Row in LA, but we parked in this really good parking lot, a couple miles away, and it was a 24-hour parking lot. And at the end of the shoot, it was 6 a.m. I literally had black eyes slashed across my, this big huge slash across my face that looked like I literally got stabbed. And this guy had seen me leave the parking lot, and he was the same guy when I came walking back. And two of the crew people were walking back with me, walking to my car, and this poor guy looked, and it looked like he was gonna have a heart attack because he literally thought I got beat up and stabbed across the face. And I kind of liked tricking him like that.
They're like, man, those bitches are crazy around here. And just walk into her car.
And the moral to the story is that Mexicans who park cars downtown work too many hours. For him to be there when you were there later. That's abuse. It's abuse.
18 hours later when you're done shooting.
Pretty much. And
we abuse our Mexicans in Los Angeles.
He sees you, then 18 hours later with a huge gash in your face, and he says nothing.
No, he just looked and was like, oh, okay, another day at work. And he was just like,
welcome to LA, man.
Yeah, that's really funny.
That girl used to be pretty.
Tough town.
I know.
Town.
I had to say, I was like, no, we were working on a film because it was just.
Did you
too
say
much.
it?
Well, not to him, but I did when I got home because my neighbor was walking out, and they literally and he was really old man, and he looked like he was going to walk his dog, and he literally was like, and I was like, I was filming a movie.
Calm down, everybody.
The night she was covered in that corn syrup was the night she lived with 8 people, 8 roommates, and one had switched out, and this new girl had moved in named Kelly. And she walks in on Kelly's first day at 1 in the morning.
Our listeners know Kelly. She was in a Romania. We followed her to Romania.
Yeah, she's our good friend.
I was in Romania. We followed her to Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan.
Right. Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's how she met Rebekah, was her coming in covered in blood.
I was
wow.
covered, and she just looked at me with I was like, oh, it's not. Don't worry, I was working all night,
and she was scared too because she didn't know that she had a
There was
roommate.
a stranger, so we both looked at each other like, "Who are you? Who are you?" Like girl covered in blood standing in the entryway.
Yeah, that would be a little weird.
Yeah, she still always talks about it all the time.
Is there someone that you've worked with that you were more happy than others? I mean, obviously you like working with cast, but was there someone that you were like, oh my God, I can't wait to tell mom I just worked with so-and-so? Or for you, maybe just a hero of yours or anything like that?
Yeah, I worked on a film called Small Town Saturday Night, and it was a character ensemble, very character-driven, and I got to play John Hawk's ex-wife in it, and we had some really intense scenes together where he, came and then he got in a fight with my boyfriend that I was living with at the time, and then he, took our son.
Oh,
and
cool!
The scene was so intense, and he's such a good actor.
Academy Award nominee.
Yeah, exactly.
Twice, right?
Yeah,
Isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
John Hawk?
Hello,
John
the guy from
Hawkes.
Deadwood that you love, who played the Jew on Deadwood.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah. So yeah,
I never know his name.
I know. You know what?
She has to explain that to me once a week. Serious. I loved him on Deadwood.
Be like, here's IMDb. Look, no, he's great in everything that he does. But yeah, that was definitely one of those moments where I was just like, oh my gosh, he's such a good actor, and his level was
he's great.
amazing.
Out of control. I'm
Oh
sure.
yeah, it was so intense. When I even look at the scene now, I'm still like, wow,
That's intense.
that was intense.
Was there anyone you hated working with? And you don't have to say their name, but we'd prefer you do.
Well, I'm not going to name names, but no,
Can we
I
get
love
if we
everybody.
guess it? If we guess
What
it,
if we bribe you with something?
yeah. What is your bribe thing? Is it chocolate?
I like chocolate.
See, I'll give you
do.
chocolate if you tell us.
I do like chocolate. Well, I'm not going to name any names, but yeah, I will just say that one thing on set that really drives me crazy and has happened a couple of times is when we were talking about, in the theater, is when people don't show up, or they show up late, or they're just completely out of their minds when they show up, and because it's so disrespectful.
It's
to
unprofessional.
Everybody. I mean, I was literally sitting on this one set. It must have been for 6 hours. Nothing got filmed because they just didn't show up.
Yeah.
And they kept saying, I'm coming, I'm showing up. And it was just it was just so bad. It just put a bad taste in everybody's mouth, and it just made the day really not good. So that kind of stuff drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also hate
that.
assholes.
Well, yeah, everyone.
Tommy Lee Jones and Marissa Tomei are assholes. There, I said it.
Yes.
They're both
True.
assholes.
True.
Both assholes.
At least that's what Dante says.
So bummed out. Wow.
Yeah.
I know.
Serious
I'm bummed
assholes.
out too because JFK is a good fucking movie, but
Yeah.
it is.
But come on, you can tell that
I wanna
Tommy Lee
like
Jones is
everyone.
an asshole. He's never different than he is even, in movies as he is off
Oh, I see. I've never
Just
seen him
always-
in real life. I mean, I did see him. What was it at the Academy Awards when he looked really mad about? Remember?
Yeah,
was the Golden
some
Globes.
joke.
He was
Yeah,
like-
he got mad at a joke.
Yeah, I thought
Put an
that was like
asshole face.
I thought he was acting in that, but that's really how he is.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think he's just like a
Oh.
douche, like
a
a
douche.
massive douchewad. And same with Marissa Tomei, I guess.
Douche.
Oh, that's such a drag.
And there's a lot
I
of good
know.
ones out there. You have a good experience with an actor, real giving or
Well,
sweet
John
or
Hawkes,
kind.
Oh,
Academy
well,
Award
John
nominee.
Hawkes.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What more
Oh.
do you want, babe?
No, I asked who was fun to work with. This is a different question. This is who's super nice
Who's
or
super nice. There's a couple of people that are like just unbelievably nice. Like one of the first films I worked on was That Thing You Do, and Tom Hanks.
Oh my
was on
god.
with the Oneaters, the Wonders.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god. That's one of my favorite movies. I
Yeah,
love
it's
that
so
movie.
good, and
So
it was
cute.
just and it's like I got to meet him, and he is just as nice as you could possibly
Good,
imagine.
good.
I mean, so nice, and then,
That's how you want him to be.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just like so warm and just like very generous, and just making everybody, making sure everybody's taken care of, and I mean, he was just so nice. And then another one that I did a body double job for Julia Roberts.
Oh, cool.
And she was just incredibly nice.
What movie?
It was Valentine's Day.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, yeah. And but I remember she like walked out because I've lived in LA for a while. I've seen a lot of movie stars, whatever. And I don't really get starstruck, but when she came out, I literally was like,
Oh my God,
like,
it's
I
Julia
kinda
Roberts.
Yeah, I didn't know what
She's
to
great.
say, and she had like such a presence, but she was so nice.
You know why I assumed she would be
Yeah.
nice? Because she married a crew member. You know what I mean? A real bitch would never be like, oh, I'm going to marry that crew member over there.
That's true. A lot of people think they're above.
Right.
you
They'd
know
be
what
like,
I mean?
I'd rather be unhappy with the producer than happy with the crew member.
Oh my God. Well, I never. Yeah, that's a good way. I never even looked at it like that. But yeah, you're right. That's true. Jeez. But yeah, she really is. She's really nice.
Crazy.
Yeah. So that was
Ooh,
fun.
Julia Roberts body double.
And those are two people I want to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they seem good. Like
Yeah.
Adam Sandler's another good one. Like he's just a nice human man.
Oh, I met
person.
Adam Sandler too, because
Isn't he
my
great?
daughter used to go to the park with him when I lived in Malibu, and our daughters are the same age, and he is so nice too. Yeah, you're right. So that's always really good. He'd always say hi.
Wait,
and just
did
be
you
really
go to that
friendly.
park that's kind of by that little like shopping?
Yeah.
It's in the shopping
It's
area.
in the shopping
Oh, yeah, that's where I
center.
took my daughter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great park. I
Weird.
love
It's
a great
that.
park.
Don't ask me what the name of it is, but
Yeah.
yeah,
It's-
that park.
Yeah, it's off the main road and in a little shopping center. It's weird, but Willow loved it. The
Yeah.
swings galore and
And that little thing they
beach
climb in
sand.
and look
Yeah,
outside the windows.
exactly.
And, yeah, it was great.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, I haven't been out there for a long time, but now my daughter's 6, so she
So-
still actually like that. What am I talking about? I gotta take her back.
Does your daughter ever see any of your movies, or does she care? Because my daughter could care less.
Yeah, she doesn't care at all about anything we do.
She doesn't.
Not really.
Do you want to go to set? And she's like, no.
The only
She
movie
doesn't.
she liked of yours was when you were like being shocked to death.
Yeah, she
that
thought
was
it
like her favorite part.
hilarious. She's like, oh my god, it's so funny.
That's so funny that you said that because, and then I'll answer your question about
Yeah.
her wanting my movies. But she was watching, and I know she seems really young to watch this, but Snow White and the Huntsman, and her favorite scene in that movie is when Charlize Theron character Ravenna stabs the king. I'm like, how could this be my little innocent 6-year-old's favorite scene in the movie? But yet it is.
And you never know why. It doesn't mean she likes watching people die. It could just be
Right.
like,
It's just funny to her because I think her hair's all,
Right.
just the way everything was. But yeah, every single time she's seen it. But as far as my movies, no, she's not really that interested. And then she's been on set of a horror film because we shot one day in my garage.
Yeah.
And it was blood squirting. She thought that was funny, but when she actually saw it on screen, she doesn't like the whole she
Right.
gets scared. So I never let her watch.
Do
any
you
of
like
that.
horror movies? Because she hates them and she's in them. Like she
Well,
won't
I don't
even
hate
watch.
them. I've never been like, oh, I'm gonna pop in a horror movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, because I've been on so many sets, like we know the breakdown of what it is.
Yeah.
Because some people
Right.
are like, well, wasn't that really scary? And I'm
Yeah.
just like,
no.
There was like a hose squirting in back of me
Right.
that that all
I had
this, like,
watched.
sticky
Yeah,
stuff came
this
out
was
of.
like the
No,
20th
that's
time we
scary.
did it too.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. Like, how
exactly.
could it possibly have been scary?
Yeah, it was 4 a.m. No, it wasn't scary. There's a whole crew with all these lights around. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I do.
I know it's ridiculous, but people think
People
wasn't
do
she
ask you
scared?
that all the time, though. They'll be like, "Oh, weren't you so scared?" and blah blah blue, and you're like, "Not really."
No.
Oh, yeah, or
it was
or-
acting.
Or when you have if you have to kiss somebody or something, they're like, "Oh, well, you guys, that was really for real." And you're like, "Okay, there was 40 crew members there.
Right.
It was freezing. There was this other
Zero
actor had
chemistry.
terrible breath.
Right.
What are you talking? There was
All you were thinking about was
No.
getting your Starbucks.
Yeah, or just getting it in one take and
Right.
moving on. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
But
no-
that's good acting when they say that.
yeah, yeah. You're right. I'm gonna look at it more
Right.
optimistically than
Me
pessimistically.
too.
Some
Yeah.
guy came up to me
Yeah.
after a premiere. He's like, "I hated you. I when I saw you out here, I didn't even want to talk to you." He goes, because I hated you so much in the movie. I'm like, well, then I guess I did my job.
Wow, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Good. I wanted you to hate me. Remember it was in, what was that, Fishnet?
Poor schmoops.
Fishnet.
It was fishnets.
It was Fishnets.
I'll have to check it out.
Don't.
Yeah, don't. Do yourself a favor and do not ever watch it. It's a horrible thing to say. I'm sorry if whoever listening is offended by that.
Well, I do love horror films, though. I mean, because I think at the end of the day, it's a lot of work. I mean, you're up late at night. I mean, you're putting a lot of effort into it. A lot of them are low budget.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me, it becomes about like the relationship with the whole set and just the personality of the set and the crew. And a lot of people you work with over and over. So, and you see them again, and, everybody kind of gets.
But are you saying, like, she won't say she dislikes them, but what are you saying you would watch if you had to go to Redbox or whatever, you would rent horror movie over something else, or is it you just like the genre?
I mean, well, I do like the genre, but, I definitely have gone to Redbox, and depending on what the film is, I mean, if it looks like a good horror film, I'll definitely watch it.
Really?
And then if it's some other great film, drama, whatever, I'll definitely watch that too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Because there's some really good films, and for me, I love the really scary ones that really, truly scare you.
Yeah, me too.
I never get really scared, though, no matter
Really?
what movie
Never?
it is.
Oh, man.
Never. When I'm watching a movie, I
Not
don't
in a movie,
get,
but you get scared of TV shows.
like
Ghost
when?
Hunters.
Okay, first of all, that was like in a weird hotel room on the road, like 5
Was
years
it the
ago.
hotel room?
We were staying at,
the hotel room.
we were
It was
on the
so
road doing
scarier than
stand-up,
me.
and this hotel room had babies crawling up the stairs. Babies.
In the middle of the night.
Middle of the
babies
night.
by themselves.
No
Yeah.
way.
Baby.
Because the lady who ran it, this creepy, shitty hotel,
Methy. It was methy and sketchy.
there were
and
like
terrifying.
4 babies
That's
in the
gross.
lobby, and they were just
Terrifying.
crawling on the stairs at like 3 in the morning. It was so fucking
It was
creepy.
literally, and like the hall light was like blinking. Like it was like really, really scary.
I mean,
But-
that sounds like a set of a horror
I
film.
know, it does.
I would be
But then
scared
she
too.
saw this stupid
So-
show.
So I'm like in Creepville, and then we're watching Ghost Hunters on cable in our room, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm scared.
All right, but how do you explain this? You watch that stupid show on Discovery Channel about that Loch Ness monster in Michigan or wherever. What's it called?
Loch Ness?
I don't want to talk about
It's
this.
Locky
This is
or
We're
something?
talking about two completely
Schmucky?
different things.
Just say its name. Say its name.
Champ.
Champ.
Champ?
Lake Champlain is supposed to have a Loch Ness monster,
Is
and
that
they call
true,
it
though?
Champ. Huh?
Isn't that true, though? Isn't there a Loch Ness monster
Yes.
for real?
Well,
There's
they
no
think
Loch
so.
Ness
Maybe
monster.
I don't know. Who the fuck?
Even Bigfoot is fake.
Of course, it's fake, and there's a show about that too.
But I'm saying, like, even the people who made the Bigfoot video have come out. And same with Loch Ness.
That's
the
not
guy
true.
said, yes,
Whatever.
the guy who took
We're
the
talking-
photo.
Do you realize how often?
Before he died, he said that it's bullshit.
Okay, but I'm not afraid of that.
wow.
The Loch Ness monster.
But you were afraid of Champ.
It's the same.
Honey,
thing.
you woke me up in the middle of the night and you're like, do you think Champ could come to L.A.?
What? Okay.
You did.
That's so random.
You did.
No.
Come on, this is true.
5
Don't
years
let her get
ago.
out of this one.
I was probably really high and like not sober in any way when this covered. How dare you like say something like that?
You were at that crazy meth hotel. I mean,
Yeah, it could have just been coming through the air conditioning.
Like,
I know,
that
it
could have been.
like, yeah.
How dare you bring up something I said 5 years ago? Who knows what I was doing back then?
Who knows?
Jeez.
It was 3 years ago.
hanging out in creepy
It's in
hotels?
the LA River.
It's.
Yep, it's coming to
Oh,
get you.
jeez. But the babies crawling up the stairs is still freaking me out. I think
I
I'm
know.
gonna have nightmares about that.
Yeah, that was
Anyway,
really
that's
creepy.
weird.
But as far as movies go, back to what we were talking about,
Yes.
I'm not scared. Movies don't scare me. The last time I was really scared, I remember the first time I saw The Shining, I was really scared.
That's a
very
great
first
one.
time.
Yeah, that is.
And what else makes me really? Oh, I actually, when I was watching Misery, I noticed there were a couple moments where it like made me very, very, very tense.
But it's nerves, not scared, right? On that
Right?
one?
Yeah, I don't get scared at horror movies. Like nothing about them.
The only thing that scares me with horror movies, I don't like slasher because that to me is just like, okay, and the next guy's going to get his head
Right.
cut off.
Right.
Things like Sixth Sense, where you're watching a scene and all of a sudden a creepy little ghost kid goes by.
Oh yeah.
Ghost kids scare the shit out of me.
Well,
Ghost kids.
kids doing anything, it can be scary. I mean, like my daughter, I love her, but it's clearly. But there's been a couple times where in the middle of the night, she's like, literally, she was stood in my doorway, and it was like, it was the sun was coming up, and she's just standing there, and her hair is like all messy, and I look over, and she scared me. I was like that because I mean, you put
yeah.
kids in movies, and
Kids
it
are
seems
scary.
Like that. It's scary. Yeah, I
Kids
was like,
are
what are you
scary.
doing? Yeah, she's like, I just woke up, and then I was like, oh, okay, all right.
Honestly, if I walked into my house and there was a kid hiding behind my couch, I'd be more afraid of that than some big black guy with a gun.
What?
I'm serious. A kid hiding behind my couch would scare the shit out of me. A black guy with a gun, I'd be like, dude, what do you need?
Really? I kind of feel like not. If that situation
Look,
really came.
I don't think you can defuse a ghost kid behind your couch.
Oh, so
a
you're
ghost
talking about an
kid.
actual ghost kid?
Well,
babe.
I'm not talking about some child just hiding in my
Oh,
house.
that's
We're
what I
not-
thought you meant.
Well, you
No.
were like talking. I thought we were.
What would be scary to you? Some creepy ghost kid with bloody eyes?
Some guy in my house with a gun.
Yeah, that'd be really scary, babe.
Not me.
Oh, really?
You know what
Not
scares me more than
Oh,
both of
really?
those? A naked person running. That would scare the
That
shit out of
scares
me.
you more than a guy with a gun.
Yeah, you know
A
why?
strange
Because
man with a gun
what?
in your house.
First of all,
a guy running naked.
yeah,
scares
a
me
guy
more than
running
a guy with a
naked
gun in
is
my
is
house.
probably
Good night,
the.
everybody.
I'm not talking about a college kid running naked for fun.
Like
I'm talking about
streaking? Yeah.
yeah, just some crazy person running naked. First of all, would scare the shit out of me, and second of all, what scared them so much? Like what's chasing them would scare me too.
Babe, so you were scared when we
yeah.
saw that naked woman on the corner a couple weeks
No,
ago?
that didn't. Look, in Hollywood, if I see someone naked, that doesn't
That's
scare me.
normal because I've seen that a few times.
Hollywood
too.
is-
I mean,
Come
where
on.
I'm looking over. I'm like, oh, like anybody else would be like, oh my god, and I feel like, yeah, in
yeah.
Hollywood, you're just like, oh, there's another naked.
The
We're
corner of
immune.
Sunset and La Brea. I'm not kidding. I'm going to make a documentary.
immune
I'm going to
to
go out
it.
there, Sunset and La Brea, with a camera.
No, you should.
And do a 24 hours at, what do you call it? Day in the life of Sunset and La
right.
Brea.
Yeah.
It is the craziest corner I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
It
Ever.
is. I was walking to yoga today, and like, there's a bus stop. There was even like a big tourism bus, like right there on the corner, and this guy just like takes out a huge blunt and just lights it up with like 30 people standing around him, and everyone's just like,
Yeah.
No big deal.
Some
Like-
black lady had her shirt
Yeah.
off and was like opening up her butt cheeks to traffic in the middle of the road a couple
way.
days
Yes.
ago. But
Yes.
here's the thing.
my
We only go
gosh.
through that intersection when we go to
serious.
yoga. So it's like 4 days a week, and every time there is something amazing
I'm
happening there.
serious.
Some cracked out
Great.
hooker.
Okay, Sunset and La Brea, but I love how like all this craziness as you guys are going to yoga.
Just on our way to yoga. And what's so sad about it is once we pass it, we don't even talk about it again.
Oh.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, if this was any other city, that would be in the news.
they'd be in jail.
They'd be in jail.
Yeah.
Here, we're like, heh.
You're like, did you see that?
That's
Yeah,
weird.
I saw it. Okay, anyway, let's get our.
No, literally, that's what it's like.
But you lived here a long time. That's LA.
Yeah, no, I know that's what I mean. I feel so jaded myself about it because I'm like literally, and I see some crazy person in the corner, I'm just like, oh, anyway,
Oh,
then I
yeah.
forget all about it.
it means nothing.
I know it's terrible. I don't know what's happened to me.
Really quick change of subject.
Yes.
Really quick. You're gonna hate what I'm about to say. You're gonna hate it.
You're going to talk about juicing?
No, we can't talk about that.
No.
I'm on a big juicing kick, not like Lance Armstrong juicing.
Great.
But
It's
like,
like I
vegetable
just made her
juicing.
talk about it.
No, I was
It's like
going to
I'm an
talk
idiot.
about have you by any freak chance been following the Jodi Arias murder?
Oh.
Not a little bit.
Okay, never mind. Then.
Why? What's going on?
Nothing.
She's just
I
all
was
excited.
Just hoping someone else is obsessed as I am out there.
But no one is.
No one is.
Well, I did go to this casting, and right next door in the room, they were already casting for the movie.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane.
They
The trial's
were.
not even over. It actually
know.
might have a mistrial
No,
coming
no,
up.
no, no,
Like
it's
2
not going
weeks
to
ago.
today.
Why? Did you find out
they
more?
dismissed juror number 5 today. They're not going to
Really?
They
Why?
let somebody
Why?
go because she gossiped to somebody like on her
Outside
cell
of-
phone, and another juror tattled on her to
Great.
the judge.
Oh, jeez.
But I guess it was like someone that was very pro the prosecution, and like now everyone's really upset because they got rid of somebody that was very much on the side of the prosecutor.
Gotcha.
So blah, blue, blah, blah, blah. Anywho, I'm
Yeah.
obsessed. It's my life. I'm sick. I need help. Anyway.
No, I get obsessed about some things,
I'm
but
obsessed.
What do you obsess over?
Well, geez, off the top of my head, I'm obsessed about my daughter, but I mean, like, sometimes I get caught up in stuff, like I'll have to watch it, like if somebody dies or something.
Did you
know?
get obsessed with like Lost or any of those shows?
No, I didn't get obsessed with Lost. I mean, I did get obsessed with The Amazing Race. Like, I was
That's a good
completely
one.
obsessed, and if I
Not
missed
anymore?
anything, well, no, because I really haven't had time to, watch it. And then if I, when you record it, then I go back and I lose track, and I don't know. I'm kind of obsessed with House of Lies, though.
What's that?
House of Lies?
Kristen Bell's in it. Kristen Bell, and then
Don Cheadle.
Yeah, Don Cheadle.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's on Showtime or HBO.
Showtime.
Yeah.
That show is so good, and I've seen it from the beginning, so I'm totally obsessed with that, and I've seen every episode. So
You know what's really good, and I want to recommend it to everyone listening? The Kevin Spacey movie or show that's on Netflix. What's that called?
what's that?
House of Cards.
Really good.
I've
It's
heard
so
of it.
good.
I haven't seen it.
Really
So good.
We're on like episode 5 right now. There's only 13 in the first season.
Right. And we
wow.
kind of stopped because we don't want to waste it. It's that good. It's kind of like Deadwood. Do you ever watch that?
I didn't.
Deadwood was
Oh
like
my
a great movie every episode, right? It was like an hour-long great film. Go back and watch it.
I will.
Yeah,
Although
it's the best TV show I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, okay.
Ever.
Yeah, you know what? I've actually heard that, and so yeah, we'll have to watch that as well. And Touch, I think, is good.
We have to take a break. Oh, poop.
All right.
All right.
Fine.
We're going to take a quick break, and we will come back in just a few minutes.
Jellies, preserves, pickles.
It's all right, buddy.
Jam, jellies, jam, lim, jam, lam. Oh, yes, they call him the street. Fastest thing on 2 feet. He's just as proud as he can be of his anatomy. He gonna give us a...
What's up, guys? This is Danny Trejo, and I want to tell you about the best restaurant in Southern California, the Second Floor in Huntington Beach. The Second Floor is a one-of-a-kind tattoo and cutting-edge art bar. The food is amazing. Try our rockin' nachos, the sliders, or the monster colossal burgers, or my favorite, the Trejo's tacos. Second Floor. I'll see you there.
Hey, this is Dangerous Dick. That's Darren Carter. Check out our podcast here on the GoCast Network. Over 185 shows so far, and we're kicking ass.
Wow, I like my women like I like my
Basketball.
bouncing around and passed around by black dudes. I don't know.
Check us out every week here on the GoCast Network, the Dick and Darren Comedy Podcast.
Hey, these are the Farley Brothers on Farley Brothers Radio. I'm Kevin Farley.
I'm John Farley.
I want you to go and look for Paranormal Movie on Amazon.com. It's out April 9th.
Yeah, it's a hilarious movie about a parody of the paranormal movies.
It's starring Maria Menounos, Tom Sizemore, Eric Roberts, John Farley, who plays Jack Goff.
Yep. Nikki Whalen. It's an awesome movie. Go check it out on Amazon.com. April 9th, it's coming out. Type in Kevin Farley Paranormal Movie.
Hey, this is Gary Busey. Not sure where I am right now, but I know that I'm listening to the interview with Fraser Smith on the GoCast Network.
We're back on the GoCast Network.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
All right. Don't forget you can live tweet with us. It's at Stimulus Podcast. And Rebekah and I are in a movie right now, and who knows how long it's going to be out in theaters.
Yeah, who knows?
It's called The Inappropriate Comedy, and it is playing all over the place. If you're in LA, it's at the Chinese Theater, and I don't know where it is elsewhere, but it's in like 500 cities. But anyway, it's got probably another week or two left in it, so make sure you go see it. And what?
I need to be in the JODI Arias movie.
I know.
You should play JODI Arias. Why don't you do it?
What? I couldn't.
Why?
Because
they're casting. You could
I
go
bet
do
they're
it.
casting somebody that looks more Latina than I do.
Wait, you could play the blonde her, and I could play the dark her.
Why not?
So
Yeah, do it.
Like them.
Right.
I would
You are
just make it work.
You could be trial Jody, and I'll be flashback Jody.
Yeah, totally.
Please, can this please happen in my
Let's
life?
do it.
Oh, I have
Where
to
was
be in
this
movie.
casting going on?
Yes,
This
where?
casting was going on at Cats. The CAZT place on Formosa. That
yeah,
casting, yeah. Where you can
Okay.
watch your own video. I mean, you're watching your own auditions after the fact.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew
On
that.
Formosa?
Yeah, it's Formosa and
Santa Monica?
Santa Monica. Yeah, it's just south of Santa Monica.
Interesting. You can watch it?
Well, no, what happens is you go into audition and then they will send you this link if you want to watch your audition.
Amazing.
I know.
Weird.
And it's very interesting because then you see pretty much everything you do.
Wow.
Or didn't do.
Right. I hate that. 'Cause
I know.
the worst part of an audition is when you leave and go, oh, I should have done.
Right. Yeah. There was a point where I used to be afraid to be say anything, but I've done it so much where I'm literally like, you know what? I really have to do it this way instead. Well, sometimes they let you and sometimes they're like, no, that was great. Thanks. You're like, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck them. That's what I have to say. Fuck all of them.
Can you explain that Jodi thing? Because I know nothing.
You know nothing about Jodi Arias?
What?
Jodi
my
Arias.
A lot of people
God.
don't know. There's a lot of shit going on. in the world.
Listen, she kills. Go ahead, honey. You tell
Oh
her.
my God.
Tell it to me like you did during
She's
the
so
commercial
passionate about
I
it.
know.
She should explain
I know.
I should explain it.
Well, that's why I was also trying to make it shorter because she can talk about it for an hour.
I can talk about it indefinitely because Jonte won't let me talk about it. Like, I try to tell him these things and he's like, I don't care. But listen, okay, I'm serious. So listen, this girl, Jodi Arias, attractive woman, was dating this nice Mormon guy, Travis Alexander, and they broke up, and she
Got stocky.
allegedly. And
Allegedly, she got stocky.
came back
Everybody
to see
said
him.
so.
Right, everyone said so. But she came back, and so basically he's killed. Someone killed him. She says I killed him, but she doesn't remember anything. She says he threatened to kill me. He said I was going to kill you. He said, I'm going to kill you. And then he came after her and then she shot him and she doesn't remember anything that happened after that. And this guy, Travis Alexander, was stabbed 29 times. His throat was slit. He was shot in the head and she's claiming self-defense.
And she left him in the shower, right?
Yes. Well,
With
of course,
the
she's
camera.
saying she doesn't remember, after the gun went off, she doesn't remember anything is the whole hoo-ha. But it is a really interesting trial, and there's so many layers of crazy going on. And, like, the psychiatrist that the state issued, that they brought in to look at her while she's in jail, like, he has been having some kind of weird relationship with her and sending her, like, books while she's in prison.
Why
and
does that always
greeting
happen? I've heard
cards.
about that so many times where they start, like, this, like crazy relationship. Like, it's so psychotic.
Yeah. See, he's not even listening to me. He's, like, tweeting as I'm trying to tell this story.
They say psychology students are either hooking up with their professor. You ever heard that? Like
No.
In college, psychology students more than any other hook up with their professor.
No way.
And that's
What's
why
the
it's
logic behind that?
Well, that's part of the reason why it's illegal for the psychologists to have relationships with their patients because it's so intimate. It's easy to
It's very intimate.
Right. Yeah, it's very intimate. That's true.
It is because you're asking, you're especially with a woman, you are asking her personal questions and listening to her.
Yeah, and
Whereas a
like,
lot of
ins
men
and
don't.
outs.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially when they talk about Jodi Arias. It's about the only time I tune you out, baby.
I don't know how you could not find this trial so interesting. You are a nutball.
You know what it is?
that you
It's
don't
not
like
the
this.
trial. I actually don't mind the trial. It's that she's obsessed with watching it on Nancy Grace.
I am not obsessed with watching it on Nancy
Yes,
Grace.
that's the only time you watch it.
Nah, today I was watching it on HLN. You just weren't there to see
Because
it.
Nancy Grace wasn't on. But you don't record HLN or anything else. You record Nancy Grace.
Sometimes I do.
And this crazy bitch burns my ears. She burns my ears.
Well, because they just show the trial itself, right? Like it's like a TV show.
Well, most of the time, HLN will just show the actual courtroom, like what's
Right.
going on. But and so does Nancy Grace, but she'll like stop and then like
Make
say something
comments.
crazy.
Oh,
and then
right.
she has defense attorneys on because she was a former prosecutor and she says really rude things to the defense
Oh,
attorney.
yeah, I've seen Nancy Grace. I'm like,
She's
she's
nuts.
very passionate about like
She-
her
and she,
opinions
I
and
can't.
nothing
I also
else.
can't get past her Vaseline lens on the screen. Like you can't see her. It's like she doesn't want to show her age, so this is kind of all you see
The
of her
filter.
face. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So who cares? I think it's entertaining. I know she's a nutball and she, is really rude to all the other attorneys that she has on her show.
But that
Who
makes her
cares?
interesting to watch because
I
she's
know.
not afraid to like go that place of being very cutthroat sometimes.
But she does it for no reason. So listen.
Listen.
29 stabs plus a gunshot wound to the head, just for good measure, takes a stand in her own defense. Conventional wisdom, never put your client on the stand. Well, they did it. It's a Hail Mary pass. Here's the kicker. We're hearing more about her mommy spanking her with a wooden spoon than we are
Well, this
about
is
the
old
day
news,
she
so.
murdered her lover.
You should find one where there's an interview guest.
No,
like,
don't.
Yeah,
It's
like
not
one of
important.
those.
Dick, don't listen to him. Don't
Because
listen to
that's
anything
the
he's
worst.
talking about.
She'll be like, all right, we're going to go live to Dallas. Here we've got an attorney from blah, blah, blah. And he'll go, hey, I wanted to say, all right, that's enough from you.
Oh, I have seen that.
Who
I
cares?
have seen those. Yeah, those
Yeah,
little
that-
excerpts.
I don't know why that's so entertaining. Like for some reason that like infuriates Dante. He feels like a moral something has been like committed against the world when Nancy Grace is mean to the defense attorneys on the show. Like it really irks him. He's a weirdo about it.
What
I
you
don't
got over there,
understand.
Dick?
Look how she put on glasses and totally look.
I know. They've tried to make her look homelier because she like in all her before pictures when her and Travis Alexander were dating, she's like this beautiful blonde.
Look at her when
blonde,
she's
blonde
blonde,
hair.
Dick.
And now they've put her like they made her have like a mousy haircut and they dyed
And it
her
looks like
hair
greasy on
and-
top. And you know what? I actually have glasses like that. So
Oh my God!
You two are going to be the stars.
I should have crashed the audition.
You should have crashed the audition.
I don't know what I was thinking.
I totally have to find out who's
You do.
behind
You
this.
need to call Jay
Hollywood,
tomorrow.
call me.
I'm
Hollywood.
sure I know Hollywood. Call me.
I actually know the president of Hollywood.
You
That's
do?
why she's with me, because I know the whole president.
You're hooked up. Okay.
I need
Got
to
it.
be in the Jodi area.
There's that there's going to be a couple of versions of it.
I'm telling you though,
Oh, yeah.
I
For
wouldn't
sure.
be cast as Jodi.
There'll be a
I just
Lifetime version, an NBC,
Hallmark.
an after-school special.
couldn't. Oh my God,
A
my dad!
feature
It would be like
film.
the greatest thing. Of my
If you were in a
dad's life.
Hallmark movie,
Yeah, there would be. He loves Hallmark.
I would. Be happy
hey,
to be in a
listen to
Hallmark
this.
movie.
One of our listeners, who's great, Carrie Droll.
We love Carrie.
She was one of the producers of one of your movies.
one?
Creep Creeperson's Dracula.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
That's crazy, right?
That's totally crazy.
Yeah, because she said, awesome, we never met, but we have Creep Creeperson's Dracula in common. Going to be fun on the show. And I said, were you in it? She goes, no, one of the producers.
Oh, that's very cool. Oh my gosh. Well, hi.
Small world.
I know
Hi.
Dracula was fun to work on.
Was it?
Yeah, that way. Well, I mean, it's Dracula.
But what is this Creep Creeperson? What is that?
Oh, Creep Creeperson's a director. He's a writer. He
So he's got a lot of movies.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of movies. And the thing with him, I mean, he's like a machine. Like he just churns them out.
It's like The
gets
Asylum?
them- yeah, like The Asylum, and The Asylum call us.
I know, right?
Totally.
Oh my gosh, maybe they should do a Jodi Arias
Yes!
movie. Oh, I'm going to pitch that.
I'll write it. I'll write it in a
Oh
weekend.
my God. Alina, I think we have just found the
We
rest of
did
our
it.
2013.
Yes, I do too.
I'm being totally.
The rest, you mean 10 days of your 2013. It's a 10-day shoot at the Asylum.
Hey,
Maximum.
Sign
Maximum.
me up. Sign me up. I'll do it.
Maybe 12.
Maybe 12
lucky,
day?
if we're
With
Yeah.
a pickup day and an ADR.
Yeah,
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For one, I'm doing it. I'm in.
I know. Me too. I'm in too.
Come on, like they
So
would make the
glad.
Jodi Arias movie.
Why wouldn't they?
They could make
They
like
make
a
everything
really
else.
horror, version of it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I
I get
think
to
that's
play Nancy
brilliant.
Grace.
Like it needs to be more.
I look the most like her.
Yeah, totally. Oh wow, that's so.
Oh, yeah,
funny.
yeah. Dick, you could play her.
Oh my God.
I got the country accent too.
That would
Oh,
be
that would totally work.
perfect.
I mean,
if
we've
you're
already
Nancy
got
Grace.
half of it done. I mean, it's cast kind of.
Yeah. Casting's done. The three main.
Is
And I'll
done.
be the boyfriend that's dead. That's easy.
in the shower.
Right.
Yeah, why
And then
not?
you'll get to lay it down with blood, and we can leave him.
Right.
there.
And then you
And
can
I'll direct it.
empathize
I'll
with our
direct it.
pain of like being covered in fake blood for all these years.
Right, exactly. And then we have the director now too.
Right, we're done. Let's make
know.
this.
We just
We
need
can
money.
shoot it here. We've got 3 cameras.
Oh my God! Like we could actually just do it right now, like an abridged version of the Jodi Arias.
I say we can get this done by 9.
I'm in.
And it's great. We don't have to dye anyone's hair.
I-
She plays before, you're after. Done.
Yes.
perfect.
Done.
Perfect.
We're making it.
Hollywood, you're welcome.
I think
That's
even
all
the
I'm-
angle
You're
of
welcome.
the camera of her on trial is like totally what I'm doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, that's like that shot is already covered.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, we don't even have to go back and do it. Like it's
Yeah.
already been done for sure.
We'll put a green screen in this room and we can do anything. Anything.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, there you go. No, but Creep Creeperson, he is, he's a director, like I said, and he's a writer, and he's the one who also directed White Zombie. And I've known him for a few years. We worked on this film called Cage Lesbos a Go-Go, and I know it sounds like
What?
the one. I know it sounds like the
Eating Out?
Like,
Yeah.
like the idea of it is like the title. You're like, oh my God, but it wasn't like that. It was like a total throwback to the 70s of
That sounds really fun.
those crazy in prison films. But
Love it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. So it's been really fun, and he's a really cool guy.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
So that was Carrie?
Carrie Droll.
Oh,
yeah.
Carrie Droll. Oh, I wish I would have met her.
I know. I'm seeing if she typed anything else.
Babe, when you direct, you need to have a name like Creeperson.
No, I have a name, Dante. It's a good name.
No, it needs to be something like.
No, honey. No. I'll do that on projects I don't want to be directing.
Wait, Dante Donterson.
Dante Donterson.
Hey, by the way, I want to promote our friend Charlie real quick. We saw his movie, and Rebekah's in it, and I'm not bringing this up because she's in it, but I watched a movie last night, and usually when a friend brings over a copy of something, you're just
You're like,
Jesus.
Oh.
Here we
crap.
go.
Yeah.
I didn't want to take my eyes off of it.
Oh.
It was so good.
It was so good. I'm
so good.
happy
It's
for
called
him.
First Period. Charlie Vaughn directs it, and it's done. I can't even describe the style, but it's very 80s teen movies, but shot today. But it's got the flair of like John Waters,
Yes.
like Hairspray.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's bigger than life. Every character's
It's
bigger
like
than life.
John Waters meets Can't Hardly Wait in like a sense.
or John Hughes movies.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh,
and it will be in the
that.
festivals and then out soon. So it's called First Period. Run to go see it. Like I watched it and I was like, oh my God, this would end up being my daughter's favorite movie.
Really?
Yeah, and she can watch it, and it was definitely PG, right? There was some, like, sexy stuff in it, but nothing dirty and no nudity or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I like that when you're, like, really surprised. Like, you watch a movie and you're like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow, I really, really love this movie. I mean, that's the best.
What's your favorite that you've done? What's the one, if you could tell anyone to run out and watch something of yours?
Well, I mean, I really like this movie called The Girl with No Number, and it was one of those ones where my character is completely dislikable. I mean, pretty much, same thing where people are like, Alina, I can't even believe that, like, you could be like that. That's, how could you be so horrible and so mean? And I literally was like, the same way, thinking, well, why are they saying that? I'm not really like that. But now I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks
right.
for saying that.
Yeah.
So I really liked that one. Like, we shot it in the Philippines, and my mom actually just sent me a copy of it. I didn't even have one. And she's like, here's your copy. And I'm just like, oh, great. They didn't send me one, but they sent my mom one. But hey, at least she got the copy.
Yeah, for sure.
How'd they even know your mom?
I know. Well, my mom was like kind of relentless. She was just like, I'm gonna find out where this movie is, and she like emails
My mom's
them.
the same
I'm
way.
Just like,
Like,
Mom, like,
Girl
back
Without a
off
Number?
a little bit. Girl with No Number.
With no number.
Yeah, and it's about human trafficking, which I thought was a really good, subject because
It's great.
Yeah, and then they had Human Trafficking Awareness Day, and and they were kind of like pushing it with the film and everything. So I thought it was just a good,
Are you a trafficker? Is that why people hate you in it?
Yeah. Well, I know I'm not the trafficker, but my husband is.
Oh.
And I just kind of go along with it, and I'm like just a disaster in it. And then we have like an autistic daughter that we, are using her to, get the check from the state. And then we, are really abusive to this girl that we, bring in from Vietnam. So I just thought that it was a really good being able to see kind of what goes on in some of the circumstances, because it is so tragic.
Oh, my
so
God.
It's definitely one, and the production value is great, and the look is great, the acting's really good. So I really liked the movie, as difficult as it was to shoot it.
How was the Philippines?
The Philippines was definitely an experience. I mean...
Oh, man. That's not what you want to hear.
No.
I mean, it really was an experience. Like, I felt like I got so much out of it, and I learned a lot, and then just seeing, how it is over there, and, the life over there, and,
Well, it's got to be tough just to be around Asians, right?
Well,
I'm kidding. I was trying to see if Dick was still paying attention over there.
I know, we're like, what?
They're not Asian. They're Pacific Islanders.
Are they?
Yeah.
No. All right.
Yeah. Well,
got me.
Got me.
Don't you feel
like,
stupid, dummy?
They're Asian if you try to marry one. Trust me. Your mom will be like, "You're not marrying that Pacific Islander."
Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. No, we were on the island of Cebu, and we were shooting on a lot, on a studio lot that they built over there. But then, like, driving through town, it's such a third world country, and they're so poor, and you just see that, type of lifestyle. Yeah, it was, like, really hard.
So you were nowhere near, like, Manila or somewhere, like, giant where...
Well, Cebu is pretty big. I mean,
Is
like, when
it?
you go into the city and stuff, I mean, this mall that they have it's like a poor version of a mall, and it's gigantic. But you walk through and you're like, it's so weird because it's like a regular mall, but it's poor. I mean, it was like such a different, way to see things. So it definitely opened my eyes to, just a whole different life that I really, I know about, but I just had no experience with
it's
whatsoever.
tough. That's what people say when they come back from, like, India.
Yeah.
That's, like, the one thing. It was, like, the downer was how many poor people.
And kids. And
the,
it's sad.
The kids running
it's sad.
around.
Because you want to save everybody.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I want to save that kid. And then you look, and there's 50 other kids right there.
Yeah, and we're living in these shacks, and, like, the pigs are living in the shacks with them, and, like, you don't know where the restroom is. I mean, it was really, really an eye-opening experience, for sure. But, I mean, but that being said, like, I'm really glad that I went, and we had a good time on the shoot, and the film came out great. So it was overall, like, a really good experience.
I want to see it. Is it out? Can we go to, like, Netflix or?
It's not out yet. But
What's your mom's number?
I know. I know. I'll have to screen it at my house. Hey, come over and watch it. I'm going to make you guys watch it.
Oh, we'll watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, it is good. So, but no, it's not out yet. But that should be. I mean, I have a couple of films coming out. It's just a matter.
You just never know, right? Like you can do one 2 years ago and it's still not out.
I know you get a date and then the date passes and you're like, what about the movie? Oh, it just got pushed a little bit, and then eventually it's out and you're like, well, when did that get on Netflix?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So
this Inappropriate Comedy, we filmed it 2 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago, and it just came out last week.
Yeah.
Crazy.
At least it came out.
Yeah.
Some of them you never see again.
It's very true.
And you're like, I wanted that footage.
Yeah, they just disappear. Like
I
it
know.
never happened.
Yeah, I've been chasing down this one film. I won't name names, but forever. And now I'm like, I can't even use it anymore because like that isn't even who I am anymore. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the time
It's not even good on a reel.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, especially when you work hard on it and you just you want to have that.
Yeah.
So listen, we are getting close to the time where we have to wrap up. I want you to promote anything you want, including any movies coming out, your Twitter, your Facebook.
Oh, okay,
anything like that.
Well, everybody can reach me at Elina Madison on Twitter, and then I also have a Facebook like page for Elina Madison, so please go to my like page. And I also have a website, elinamadison.com, and it also is hooked into Facebook, so it shows all the updates of what's going on, and pictures and press stuff, and new films. And I am excited about White Zombie, and then I'm also going to be working again with Creep on this new film called Saint and a Kiss, where my character is Nicola. And we're probably going to be shooting that in the next, month or two. So I'm excited about that. And then I was telling you out in the theater as well that we have a film called The Room, but the title's probably going to be changed. So I will be posting stuff about that. And that is a psychological thriller.
Great.
Ooh.
So very psychological thriller. So more along the lines of The Sixth Sense or Paranormal Activity. So, I mean, I love those kind of films.
Those are great.
Really scary.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah, I'm really excited about shooting it. And it has a kid in it. So...
Excellent.
It's going to be one of those.
It's going to be creepy.
Things. Yeah. And so then watch, I'll post about the ID Unusual Suspects on the Discovery Channel. And then I have a Hallmark Spirit clip coming out that it's called Dating Avi.
What's a Spirit clip?
It's for the Hallmark show. Oh, I was in a Hallmark show. What am I talking about? I was just in a Hallmark show and I was. It's on the Hallmark website, and they have these shorts called Spirit clips. And they're like, some of them are funny, some of them are very serious. Mine was funny. It was about like the speed dating scenario, this guy named Dating Avi. And they just show all the different angles of this crazy speed dating stuff. I mean, and just like the lines that people have in it and just like what's going on and his reactions and everything was really funny.
Great.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I'll be posting all that when I get the dates on those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, great. You were a really fun guest to interview.
You are
thank
sweet and
you.
beautiful. Come back anytime.
Anytime,
thanks.
really.
So it was a blast with you guys. I really had fun.
And
I'll see you on the 11th.
Yeah, and you'll yes, at 11. The 11th at 11. Make sure you guys go there. It's in West Hollywood off of Santa Monica Boulevard.
The place is called 11.
It's called
Be there
11
at
on
8.
the 11th at 7. 7-Eleven, 11.
Wait, I'm confused. Okay,
yeah, now
on
you're
the 11th
confused.
at 7?
No, at Club 11
On the 11th.
on the 11th
At 7
At
p.m.
7 p.m.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
Yes.
And we'll make sure you win one of the DVDs.
Oh, okay,
Come
cool.
on. And that
All
way
right.
you'll get free drinks and DVDs. Why
Oh, well,
not?
I'm going to use Kevin.
And that's what I'm saying. Free
Okay.
drinks.
We are using Kevin.
We are going to use Kevin for sure.
Well, we can use Dante.
Absolutely.
Dante.
Rebekah, anything you want to push?
Nope.
We're going to have sweet potato fries tonight with curry ketchup. That's going to be delicious.
Woo! That was Dante's idea.
My Twitter is Dante the Comic.
Mine's at Rebekah Cochin, but I spell my name crazy. It's Rebekah. My last name is Kochan.
But all of that can be found at comicdante.com, including our comedy schedule where we're going to be on the road, any upcoming movies, and anything else. Make sure you guys watch the Fashion Police this Friday. It's going to be a good episode. Blah, blah, blah. And also make sure you check out Dick, our sound guy on Dick and Darren, right here on the same network. And we will talk to you guys next Tuesday. Stimulus package. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.